systems are becoming more and more capable of tasks that even a year ago seemed impossible. And the rate of adoption among individuals and businesses is only accelerating. While this acceleration and adoption is incredibly exciting and has a lot of potential upside, it also means that more people than ever before are going to be impacted by AI systems. And this means that the need for AI safety is more critical than ever before. I'm Tula Masterman.
And I'm Sandy Besson.
And we're applied AI researchers, and today we're going to be talking to you about a best-in-class approach to AI safety. But before we dive in, Sandy, what does AI safety really mean?
AI safety is a set of practices and principles that ensures AI systems are designed to benefit humanity and protect any users from any unintended or harmful consequences. The Bletchley Act actually has a great quote that captures the need for AI safety. It says there is potential for serious and even catastrophic harm, whether deliberate or unintentional, that comes from the most serious capabilities of these AI models. But AI safety itself is an umbrella term. And in respect to generative AI, there are two specific topics that are most relevant. The first is content safety, which means identifying any harmful content, such as hate speech or explicit content, from the user. And the second is prompt injection. Prompt injection is making sure that there are no malicious attempts to jailbreak the system. And that's why safety guardrails are so important, to make sure that the system is actually being used for its intended purpose.
So as AI takes on increasingly important tasks, it's critical that we make sure that these systems are designed to maximize help while minimizing harm. To better understand this, let's take an example where an organization decides to deploy a chatbot after a natural disaster in order to help people find relief. In this example, we'd want the chatbot to be able to respond to questions about where evacuation zones are, where assistance zones are, what to do if they've been separated from their family, and things of that nature. But we wouldn't necessarily want the system to respond to questions asking for medical advice, especially if that hasn't been cleared by a medical professional. We also wouldn't want it to respond to questions about financial assistance or relief programs if those haven't been determined yet. And we wouldn't want it to reply to anything that's beyond the scope of answering questions related to live updates on the disaster itself and where those different sorts of relief programs might be.
For example, if a user were to ask the chatbot about the status of safety drinking water in an impacted area, you wouldn't necessarily want the chatbot to respond because it could respond with potential misinformation or incorrect information that would be harmful for the user. That's why guardrails are so important, because it can help keep the AI system on track and make sure that it's only addressing topics that it's intended to. If the user were to get the chatbot to respond with misinformation or misleading information, and then share that with friends or family, or even post it on social media, that could be a huge impact to reputational brand risk for the organization that created the chatbot. That could even cause users not to trust that organization again.
So clearly there's a big need for AI guardrails, and that's why so many researchers, developers, and people in general have been focused on building out systems that will help with AI safety. In our research, we discovered that by taking the intermediate outputs of a transformer model and using this as training data for a separate classification model, you can actually create a really robust solution for different sorts of AI safety classification challenges related to both content safety classification and prompt injection detection. We found that our solution requires just a handful of training examples and far less compute time and training time compared to other solutions on the market. And it also allows for this really robust performance, outperforming existing models that are leading in the field like GPT-4o or custom domain-specific models like LlamaGuard.
As you can see, every company has unique needs for AI safety. And that's why with our solution, you can just take a few good examples and train your own AI models for your specific needs. As AI becomes more and more involved in our everyday life, including for urgent or mission-critical situations, it's really important that we're putting these guardrails in place to protect the user. If you have any more questions about our approach, please reach out to us on LinkedIn.